Hello and good morning. It is certainly an honor to be back. I've got to pick up my two folks over the down. Big up Candy Nicola, and of course big up to our very own Jade. Good to be back. Welcome.
Good morning. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is appealing to witnesses to Friday's chopping in Mico to come forward. The incident occurred about 4:30 p.m. on Friday, 8th September 2023. That's when a man walked into the Mico police station armed with a cutlass, and he presented himself to officers there. He was arrested and taken into custody on suspicion of murder by the police officers, who also confiscated the weapon.
The police officers proceeded in the direction of a bus shelter that is in the vicinity of the Mico police station, where they discovered the motionless body of a male individual lying in a supine position. The officers observed lacerations to the neck of the victim, who was unresponsive. Emergency medical technicians from the St. Lucia Fire Service attended to the victim, but he was later pronounced dead on the scene by a medical practitioner. The victim has been identified as 48-year-old Vern Joseph of Duga, Mico. The organization appeals to anyone who may have witnessed the incident or has any information that can assist with the investigation to contact the Mico Police Station at 456-3670 or provide an anonymous tip about this or any other crime to us at the number 555.
The RSLPF is urging the public to exercise extreme caution when dealing with mentally ill persons and to report any signs of distress or violence to the relevant authorities. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you so much, News Desk. We now take a break and come right back. Now, our first feature. We popped into town because there is this particular place that is handling all of your little tedious stuff. I don't know if you're anything like me, all of those little things normally when you have to do things like your passport renewals and applications and stuff like that, getting JP and stuff to sign, it can be a hassle. So we thought, why not shed light on someone who has taken up all of that and is handling it on your behalf?
So the Briefcase has been in existence for at least 3 years now, and we both, because we did see a need for having everything in one place where you don't have to run around to, go get a JP, go get photos, go get something notarized. So we find that, having everything in one place, it really relieves one when you don't have to run around, go get a form over there, get a JP down there, come back, get your photos over here. Right. So in here, we have a photographer in-house. Okay. We also have 3 JPs in-house. Wow. And of course, whichever form you feel you may need, we have it right here.
Right. So what did it cover? I mean, I mentioned a few because I remembered off the top of my head a few. But exactly, let's cover the range of things that we can come to the Briefcase to handle on our behalf.
So we definitely assist with driver's license forms, lost driver's license forms, passport forms. We get JPs to fill that for you, lost IDs. We also do that for free, the electoral forms. Right. We do business registration. We do photos. You need your passport photos for police record. We also have police record forms. So it's pretty much you're looking to get documentation for something, or you need to get a process done, you're not sure of how to go about it or where to go. We also educate our persons as to how to move forward with stuff. So it's a one-stop shop where you come, you get information, and you also get your processes done.
Right. Would you say that it's complete as it stands right now, or are you constantly, over the past 3 years, have you been seeing different avenues in which you can step in? Is that has been the process?
We would not conclude on saying it's complete as for now, because there's always room for growth, and there's always opportunities that come. and there's always a new need for something. So while being in the industry, you see places where you could expand things, you could do things to make things lighter for persons. So I would definitely say it's growth from here.
All right, I like that. But this is the north. So what is going on now with us? If we all the way from Vieux-Fort or Soufrière or something like that, obviously there might be people within these areas. Do you have branches in these areas?
Well, we don't quite have a branch in the south, but for persons within the south of the island, we see the need to service them just the same. So what we find is that persons from that area do call. So we've taken up the initiative to head down to the south every Saturday. We're upstairs the Greens building, present police station, and we're there from 9:30 to 1 p.m. every Saturday to service persons just the same as we're doing in Castries.
Wonderful. Let's talk now about your 3 years in operation. What has it been like in terms of the transportation? We've been here for a short period of time, and the amount of persons that we encountered coming in and out of here, handling various stuff, has been tremendous. Is that an indication as to how business runs on a daily around? Yeah.
This is how it is daily. People are run in and run out, and sometimes you get the line extended outside. It's like this all day, most days, especially on the start of a week.
Right. Is there any okay, these are things that you normally need to do when you have someone handling it for you? Most of the times, I don't know, for me, maybe when you go on a personal level to handle those things, there's some little tedious little things, and almost somebody could not have done it on your behalf. Sometimes you get that kind of feel when you go to certain departments that you have to come on your own. So what has it been like stepping in as the third party? Have you been having smooth transition in as the official bodies recognize you as that person, a third party that is handling stuff on your behalf and is working with you with ease?
So with every transaction we conduct, we have different forms for everything, such as authorization forms. So with every form or with every application that we may need to hand in for a particular individual, we also have attached an authorization form from that individual signed by one of our JPs. So it's not a case where we just go to do this on your behalf and we have no permission to. We ensure that we have permission to conduct every transaction.
Okay, and that's what makes it seamless.
Yes, that makes it seamless.
Wonderful.
That makes it seamless.
All right, let's talk about where we at right now. Let's talk about where we at right now. My camera guy is harassing me because he probably needs to get some application, or maybe a lost driver's license. If I know him well, he probably needs to work on that. Let's say persons are overseas. St. Lucians living abroad. Is that a service that could be extended to them as well, or is it done now?
Yes, it is. However, it depends on the extent of the application or whatever transaction that they're trying to get done. Like, for example, there are things that you would need to get done in person, and there are things that you can do with a third party. So it really depends on the transaction the individual is trying to complete.
Okay. How can we contact the Briefcase?
So we're located on High Street, right across the electoral department. It's the same street with the Dr. Freezes. And of course, no one could miss it. We're the first booth. We're the first booth down the streets. It's a wooden structure, green wooden structure. And it's a very tiny, cozy area, very welcoming. And we have 3 JPs in-house, and of course myself who would welcome you, ready to do business with you.
Right. Do we have numbers?
It is 7188624. And of course, 4878317.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sherry-Ann, and big up to the Briefcase. I think this is, like you said, welcomed and needed. Our second feature, we decided to head on over to the sporting arena. The spotlight is on the sports now because we have been making some strides, or definitely our names have been ringing bells out on the international platforms with recent successes with the likes of Julian Alfred. We've got the likes of Darren Sammy and more. And we thought, why not come back home and really do delve into where we are as a person, our approach, our mindset towards the whole sport supporting aspects and how it is that we can make little changes that can enhance how it is that we develop our sports enthusiasts. We're here with Glenn Giss. Normally, you all will know, and most of you will know him as Coach Carla, who have been recently appointed as the president of the St. Lucia Basketball Federation. Been a coach for quite a number of years.
Long time.
And, you know, I thought it was necessary to shed some light on Coach Carla because it's been over a few summers now or vacations where my sons have been able to, go to his camp and I could see what it brought to them. And sometimes I find myself over on the VG field as well whilst the camp is ongoing. And I couldn't help but think, wow, this is such a beautiful avenue and a platform for our young people, especially now where we are in terms of our eyes and nose seems to be on the sporting arena right now because we've been seeing success on the international scene. So, Coach Carla, thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. As I was introduced, Coach Carla, been coaching for eons, both football and basketball. And I have settled now with basketball, and recently been elected president of the St. Lucia Basketball Federation. You're quite right. The platforms have to be set for the later successes of those athletes. And one thing that obtains in our culture is that we only celebrate the successes and we don't follow or we don't support or we don't strengthen the processes that lead to those successes. And a lot of work is done. For example, from a coaching standpoint, we call it being in the trenches, being on the grind. And in the case of Julian Alfred, Twatine would have done so much with her at that grassroots level to encourage her to be where she is now. And this is one of the successes of that process. And many more to speak of. Darren Sami, for example, who's our most successful cricketer, and all the processes he had to go through. Recently, I saw him on an interview with ESPN saying that he had to sleep at the complex, and his mom did not want him to play on a Saturday, and he had to sneak up to play cricket. All those little processes. And as a coach, you embrace those, and you smile. You see, because again, you see the end product in your head while you going through those processes. A layman, an outsider would not see it, but then you look, you see the processes, you see the end result, you see the success, and you know the potential. So yeah, it's the motivation to do the work.
Absolutely. Now, do you believe, like you said, you've been in the coaching arena for quite some time. Do you believe with a change in the mindset of our approach as a people? Because a lot of the times when it comes to those things, we say, the authorities need to put more effort, or the corporate world need to support a little bit more. And we go to that level, and it's easy for us to go there and blame the people there. What about us as a people, as a culture? Do we not play a role as well? And what is the role you believe that we could play in terms of adding to what it is that we like to talk about wanting to see?
Well, the encouragement. And every athlete comes from a home, comes from somewhere, comes from a community. And this community support, back in the day, it was more prevalent. It was more there that, everybody would support the athletes, the budding cricketers. And for basketball, from a basketball standpoint, it was always a difficult thing now to get support for basketball because it was not really it's an American sport, like you would say, and not indigenous to the Caribbean, like more like cricket or football, which are more popular. But yeah, the community support. And again, you still cannot escape the authorities or the corporate houses, their responsibility and all that in assisting. It's a bouillon, it's a whole a one pot, everybody, all in one. Everybody has a role to play. Has to play their part in getting that culture shift or that paradigm shift required to get those athletes or those potential athletes highlighted even before they get to that top, the podiums. Because at the end of the day, without this support, a lot of them fall by the wayside. And again, I go back to Julian Alfred. Without this Twatini support, in the early stages of her career, she would have not gotten to the point that she is in now. And this is absolutely necessary, the support right throughout. And I say this to say that there's so many opportunities that could come out of sport. So many different careers that could come out of sport. And the mindset, our mindset as a people, St. Lucia especially. If you look at where Jamaica is going, Jamaica, it's an industry. And sports is a huge industry. So many different careers. So that cultural shift has to come from, yes, the people, the mindset, yeah, that's the parents, yeah, there are opportunities in sport. There are opportunities in sport for Darren Sammy. Again, look, he's made his name internationally. Financially, I would assume now he's well off because of his athletic prowess. You know what I mean? So there are opportunities and there are careers that could spin off sport, and sports you could make a living off sport.
Let's talk about your academy, the East Coast Academy, which is where my son would have got on the summer times, those camp available. Let's talk about the birthing of the East Coast Academy and give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, well, East Coast Academy, first and foremost, I'm a coach at heart. Well, an athlete first and then a coach, right? And East Coast Academy came out of the necessity to create great programming, like our motto says, creating champion citizens. So we use the sport as a vehicle for social guidance, for social upbringing. You know, it's not just sport, but the sport is the vehicle to, as my good friend Coach Kevin would say, we weaponize the sport to bring awareness to our social ills and where we need to go as a people. So then East Coast Academy was always around, but then we formalized it about 5 years ago, and we've been going since.
Absolutely. It's on every summer only or vacation time, and what can who do you target? I know you normally do different age groups and stuff like that. I know you normally have persons who come down. It's in Canada. You have coaches normally that comes from Canada to be with the kids in the training sessions as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, the Canadian coaches came down on an initiative with the Basketball Federation as part of our summer programming, right? But East Coast Academy, we have programming right through the year. The summer, that's our highlighted period where kids are out of school. So we have tournaments, camps. We host for all age groups, 6 to as old as seniors. You know what I mean? So we are a very broad group. We have a very wide range of age, and again, the summer is the period where we have most of our activities. We also have Easter camps as well, and throughout the year we have after-school programs, interventions through sports we call it, and yes, supported by the national lotteries, which we are so thankful for. Interventions through sports, again, using the sports as a vehicle to social development, if you want to call it that, and again, what I am today is as a result of me participating in sports and the experiences that I had in sports. So my goal or my drive is to give back or bring back that kind of mindset in the kids. Yeah, hey, the discipline that was taught back, and it is a vehicle for discipline. It is a vehicle for, again, social development. And I think that is something that the authorities, again, going back to that, should take a bit more seriously, because aside and apart from the parents who these kids socialize with and then the teachers, the coaches are great, is a great part of the village to raise them, and the advice, and I can remember advice from my coaches from way back, and the advice and the guidance given by coaches is critical as well, because again, the environment that the sport is played in is more conducive or more engaging rather for the kids, and then right there and then you could pass on a life instruction that will stay with that kid for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? So I think the authorities need to take that more seriously, because coaches, I'll tell you one thing, coaches are underrated, underpaid, undervalued in our society, and that's something that needs to, again, our culture needs to embrace and change. Yeah, man. coaches are undervalued, and they need and coaches are invaluable in the scheme of things, especially now.
Especially now. All right. Well, we have to wrap up, certainly, but briefly tell us a little bit about the after-school program, because that might be a thing right there if parents are looking for something positive or meaningful engagement for their kids after school. Tell us about the after-school program.
Yeah, well, we are the VG complex, Monday to Thursday, 4 to 6. Different age groups on different days. The Mondays and Wednesdays are for the older age group. The Tuesdays and Thursdays are for the 6 to 12, there and thereabout, male, female. Yeah, and we have kids from as far north as Cap to all over the island. We have kids from Canries in the program as well. So we also used to host a program in Lakai, which we seek to continue again come September, and in Miko as well. And we're looking to expand. But again, East Coast Academy basketball was the main tool we had in the main sport, but we're looking to expand into other sports as well. Over the summer, we hosted the Eastern Games, which was track and football on the east side of the island. Communities from as far as Mabuya to Deriso. So yeah, so we're looking to expand into other sports with our after-school activities. But for now, 4 days a week at the VG complex. Well, actually, we say 7 days a week because we go Saturdays and Sundays as well. Sunday mornings, we run extra classes, extra sessions. But 4 to 6, the Monday and Wednesdays are for the older age range, the secondary school age range, and the primary school age range, 6 to 12 is on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wonderful. How can we stay connected with everything East Coast Academy?
East Coast Academy, Coach Kala, 712-5755. This is my number. Give me a call. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram as well. Reach out to us. ECA, East Coast Academy, reach out to us and let's make it happen.
All right. And anything you want to leave with our view in public?
Yes, support our kids, support our budding athletes, support our youngsters. Encourage them when you see them on the court, on the field, because, again, that could be life-changing. And I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again, that sports could change your life forever. It has changed mine forever, and it is a life changer. It is a life changer. So encourage them. Encourage them. It helps keep them on stream, in line, and disciplined. So encourage any kid you see on the court, on the field, encourage them as much as possible.
Oh God! Yes, so that's what we call piping around. Yes, piping around. Hey, what's up, guys? Again, this is Bweelz and this is Momo with your next 6-minute morning explosive exercises. Stop making an excuse. Take a Wasco think we're going to take the pipe outside, you know, the pipe they done dig in front of KFC with. All right. So, guys, we just let you know that you can work out with any household equipment, appliance, if you want to lift up your toaster, your blender, your broomstick. So now we're going to do a variety of back exercises using PVC. So the same broom you used to beat your husband with last week and you're hiding it to put to soak in water. Take it, get it out. Let's use it, let's get popping, and let's get fit and rip with it even whilst trying. Good morning. All right, we're back. So what we're going to do, I hope you have your stick, your shovel, your fork, your pickaxe. We're going to stretch out. So you're going to hold it full, wider than it, full extension of your arms. And bend your back, all bones. 1, 2. Ooh, you feel that cracking? 3. That's all bones, all bones. 4. Ooh. 5. 6. 7 and 8. Excellent. So right now I'm going to go around the body now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. So right now we're going to give the back a stretch. So you're going to put whatever you have on your back and we're going to do some good mornings. Slight bend in your knee. Let's go. 1, 2, back flat, chest out. 3, 4, 5. Let's go, St. Lucia. 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Now let's put in that work. We're going to go bent over rows, slight bend in your knees, try to send your toes slightly inward, feel the pressure in your legs, hold wider than your body. We're going to go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. We're going to rest for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Called bend over rows. Now we're going to do a deadlift. Going to drop our knees slightly and come up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's work. 1, 2, 3. Ensure your knees don't pass your toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Again, we're going to go 5 seconds rest. And we go again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Yeah, you're trying to run from me. That's how bulls work. Everybody want to run from me. It's cool. Shortly. All right. The next exercise we're going to do. Hey, Sanusha, stop watching that sexiness. Come on. Focus. Focus. Focus on the pipe. Come on. All right. So we're going to go up head, forehead. I'm going to throw it down. Squeeze. We're going to engage the lat area. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Up. Control it down. 1. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze when you're coming down, chest out, core in. 8, 9, and 10. Remember, you're in charge of whatever you're working out with. It's how you engage your body, that's how you're getting the job done. Clear mindset, 5 seconds, and we're getting it. Let's go. Up. 1, 2. Chest out, core in, squeeze your back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. I feel the stress, St. Lucia. 1 minute, 15 seconds.